Good. Sounding better already.
Yeah. Dog.
Brian, how are you? Nice to see you. Ah, I love this dog. You know, I was endorsed by the Humane Society, so I'm a dog lover, and dogs love me too. So. You're a smart dog too. Nice to see you again, Brian. How are you? Good. Oh, of course. Hey, we've met before. Yes, Janice. How are you? Nice to see you, sir. Good to see you. Thanks for being here this afternoon. Thank you very much. Thank you. You're welcome. Sure.
Chairman of the Montgomery County Democratic Committee, and I am a proud supporter of Brian Moran, who's going to be our next governor of the Commonwealth. This past Monday, our treasurer of Montgomery County, Richard Shelton, our Commissioner of the Revenue, Sharon Gilbert, our Sheriff Tommy Witt, and our clerk Erica Williams joined me in a public endorsement of Brian. 2 years ago, Brian was instrumental in making sure that we had a candidate up in the New River Valley for the 7th District House of Delegates, Ms. Peggy Frank, who ran 2 years ago. Has decided to run again this year for the purpose of introducing our next governor, and that is Senator John Edwards.
Was it 33? It could have possibly been that low, but it was. The times didn't look so good in terms of the numbers, but he did a wonderful job. He's a very good friend of ours, been a good friend of mine for a long time. He's right on probably all the issues, actually. I can't think of a single issue that he hadn't been right on. But really glad that he came, and I want to welcome you to the 21st Senatorial District. We're glad that you're right here at the Jim House Hotel, which, by the way, is very historic. This is the Roanoke Education Complex. This is the heart of the African-American cultural and economic life. But Brian, thanks for being here, and good luck on Tuesday.
All right.
Yeah.
Roanoke asked me to run for the House of Delegates. At that time, I was serving as a prosecutor. I'm very involved in the local community, as many of you are. And I know that's why you're called to public service and politics, because you're trying to make a difference in your community. Public service begins in your own community, like centers like this, and education centers. And I was on the Stop Child Abuse Now board. I was on the United Way board, the Budget and Fiscal Affairs Committee for the city, Community Corrections Board. Becoming very involved. Trying to make a difference in the lives. I remember when it was tough to be a Virginia Democrat. In 2001, it was tough, but my peers campaigning with the next Speaker of the House of Delegates, Ward Armstrong. When we get to 51 Democrats and elect Peggy and Carol, we're going to be up to 51. In addition to that, the caucus chairmanship allowed me to work very, very closely in leadership. And there I worked very closely with Mark Warner and Tim Kaine. For 8 years I've been working in the minority in the House of Delegates, actually reaching across the aisle, patching partisan divisions as well as bridging regional divides. Because that's what a governor does. A governor represents all Virginians. Collaborate between our business community and our education system so that our education system is graduating strong, skilled workforce in the trades and in the skills necessary to work those jobs, so we can bring economic development and job creation to Virginia. We get so much to sell in Virginia. You know it. The cultural diversity, the geographical diversity, we have it all. We have wonderful colleges and universities. I will aggressively market Virginia, as I have had that experience. That's why I truly believe we can develop a clean energy system by developing tens of thousands of jobs, weatherizing homes and retrofitting buildings and installing solar panels on our businesses and homes and plug into smart grid technology. But I also know we won't develop that we won't solve 21st century problems with 19th century solutions. That's why I do oppose offshore drilling. I think we should be putting serious of getting lumped in with these three white guys. There actually are differences between the three of us. We might all look alike, but there are. I am the only one who, from the beginning, when the Marshall-Newman Amendment was proposed, I stood up on the floor of the House of Delegates, one of only 3 delegates, to get up and say, this isn't right. We don't use our Constitution for political purposes. We don't use it to divide people. The Constitution has always been used to protect the rights of the minority. The majority get to exercise their will at the ballot box. And that Constitution stands for protecting the rights of the minority, like race, religion, voting rights, freedom of press, and religion. So I opposed the Marshall-Newman Amendment from the beginning, and I'm still the only candidate running for governor who calls for its repeal, and that I think is Now, let me thank you all very much for being here.